Yes, please turn your phone volume down. Phone volume down, please. How is everyone doing today? Doing good? Doing well? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. All the Swifties are living in just a world of excitement right now.
Orange is in.
It's been an exciting time. Yeah, reclaiming orange. Yeah. You know, I had a thing with like Tennessee orange. That was my color in like junior high and high school. Like I really liked that really vibrant Tennessee Vols. The Vols orange. But talking about freaking fries today. What's your favorite kind of fry? Sabs, I'm with you. Curly fries. Suzy Q's. That's my favorite. Ooh, alley bean, cheesy chili fries. Yeah, but like what kind of fries though? Like the straight cut, French cut, curly, the seasoned curly fries, like the Freddy's shoestrings, like the thin shoestrings, or like the waffle fries from Chick-fil-A. Like there's so many to choose from. Daniel, yeah, haven't met a fry I don't like. That's fair. That is fair. Waffle fries, Yoko says. Jim, it's warm in the UK? Hey, we're right there with you. Mick, hey, crinkle fries or McDonald's fries. You know, like as much as I like to hate on McDonald's, friggin' McDonald's fries are great. They're fantastic. And sometimes, like you just craving a McDonald's cheeseburger and it just hits the spot. Sometimes. Or Navy Thunder. Once the chicken nuggies Happy Meal, never eats the chicken nuggies. Eats some of the fries. Really just wants the toy and the chocolate milk. That's pretty much it. Chat on the YouTube side is all Taylor Swift right now. Kate, any form of potato. Potatoes, boil them, mash them, put them in a stew. Totally radical, crispy straight cut or curly for sure. I really like the curly fries. Like the old school Suzy Q's. You get them from like the drive-in diners, right? Like Babe still has them. Bill's Drive-In had them. Big R's has Suzy Q's, like the old school Suzy Q's. And they give you like a brick of them. Suzy Q's are great. But like the Arby's seasoned Suzy Q's, seasoned curly fries, they're damn good too. Damn good. Helen, member for 7 months. Wish me luck. Friday of surgery. Love waffle fries. Hey, all the vibes heading out for you for that Friday surgery. All of them. Donna Johnson, member for 19 months. Homemade straight cut fries. I don't know that I've had homemade. Well, Outback is like homemade straight cut fries. Those are damn good. Those are really good. Chunky chips, Rebecca. At least Q&D for Dusty is how's the question, not are you a Swiftie? Well, you know, we were gonna do Are You Ready for It? We were gonna do Are You Ready for It? But you know, we know not everybody here is a Swiftie, and that's okay. We'll celebrate our Swiftie love amongst ourselves, and those who do enjoy Taylor, of course, yes, please enjoy in chat. But you know, we didn't want to subject everyone to that. Not that they aren't already subjected to that, but you know, it's not. I'll subject you to it. It's not the focus of the content. That's my point. That's my point.
It's the focus of my brain.
Yes, Candy Thunder has been like just giggling with glee. Best birthday gift ever, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for setting the bar real low for me, Taylor. Appreciate that. Crispy steak fries, Sarah Healy.
Kid on Christmas.
Nobody likes soggy fries.
Taylor
like,
saying.
is any fry good soggy? You don't mind a soggy fry, Tony Spark? Why does that not surprise me?
Depends on the sauce you have. If you have good dipping sauce, you can make it.
Soggy fries. No. Natasha's so ready for it. Birthday is tomorrow, so it just made it that much better. Hey, you're right there with Candy Thunder. Right there with her. Her birthday is Saturday. She's ready for it. Nope, try harder, dropping the bolts. We got a goal of 4.5K bolts on the TikTok side to get started with a spicy story. On the YouTube side, we got a goal of 10 supers 5 and up to unlock a cake story. We got some unlocks to do today, y'all. Nope, try harder with another bolt there. Thanks so much for the love. Gabriel, curly fries. I like them too. Gerald Mama with the bolt. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Garlic parm fries. Ooh, Amber Bradshaw. I like it. There's some bougier places around that do some fries like that. What is it? Wingstop? Wingstop's fries. I can't get on board with. I don't know what it is, but they do like a garlic parm coating. And I just can't. I don't know. Tony Spark dropping bolts there too. Hey, Shell and Darkness dropping a hundo and 19. Thank you. Xanity with the bolt. Jenny Lee dropping the 207. Thank you. Janine Benham dropping the gifts there too. Greatly appreciate that. Janine and Shell and Darkness again there. Thank you so much. Kate Edney, thank you so much for the love. Charlie Diego, see you there. Allie Bean, straight cut for the win. It depends, right? It depends. Sweet potato fries are damn good. I do like sweet tater fries. They have a place in Lamar, Missouri called Tractor's Barbecue, and they do like these thin cut. Are they thin or are they thicker? Can't remember. These sweet potato fries, but they come with like a marshmallow cream dipping sauce, and it's really freaking good. Also, we came up with a new term after filming the most recent teaser. It is shower dough, and I'll let you figure out what that means. Shell and Darkness dropping another 206 bolts there. Thanks so much for that. Candy Thunder's giving me the look of disapproval right now. Everybody say hello to Candy Thunder. Happy almost birthday, love.
I'm in such a good mood today.
Are you ready for it?
I'm so fucking ready. I'm so excited.
We are all shocked that she didn't show up wearing orange.
I did. It's right here. Orange eyeshadow, green eyeliner.
Orange clothing.
I'm pumped. I've got my boots on. Little throwback.
She got the ice-kicking boots on.
Yep, my Western boots.
These boots were made for Taylor, and that's just what they'll do.
I'm so excited.
One of these boots are gonna Taylor all over you.
It's it's like a ray of sunshine in the shitstorm that we call this world right now. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna
You're gonna what?
shower myself with it.
I'm gonna shower myself.
I'm gonna do it. I'm
gonna bathe in it. You're gonna bask in the glory that is the orange glow of Taylor Swift. Totally Radical dropping the 5 said 5 Guys with the 5 millions fries they add in the bag tend to be perfectly salted. You know what we do with 5 Guys fries? Do one of the like Cajun flavored ones and one of the normal ones, and then mix them together. And that's like
It's
perfect.
the best. It's the perfect combination.
It is the perfect combo. Hey, Hulkinator dropping bolts there. Thanks so much for the love. Yes. And Nope Try Harder dropping another hundo of 35. Karen Shaper Cutter dropping some there too. Overkill Mill dropping the 5 hundo. Thanks so much for the love there. Appreciate it.
Today, Navy
What's up, Smoots?
said, "Do you know who I think should be my babysitter?" And I was like, "Who's that?" And she's like, "Taylor Swift." Because we'd have so much fun together. I was like, me too.
I think she's free too. I don't think she has anything going on.
Yeah,
I think her schedule
me too, kid.
is available. She's
like,
available.
Do you remember when we saw her and gave her a hug at the Chiefs game? And I was like,
yes.
No.
I remember this.
Pretty sure that would be burned into my brain. It didn't happen. She's
Totally.
like, wouldn't that be cool? And I was like, sure thing, kid.
I totally remember it.
I'll make it happen.
Hey, Hulkinator Smoots, thanks for the love, buddy. Greatly appreciate it. Bree sending the heartbeat there too. Jolene Smoots dropping another Go Popular there. Aunt Sue, Kate Edney, Abe's Gaming, Kate Edney again there. Thank you for the love. We'll get started here momentarily, but
Wait, what's your favorite fast food fry? If you had to pick one for the rest of your life, what would it be?
oh man, one for the rest of my life. I mean, if I can only choose one, I'm going to choose the McDonald's fry.
Fresh out of the fryer.
Fresh out of the fryer.
Salted,
a solid,
like fresh out of the fryer.
A
That's
good
probably
McDonald's fry. If I can only choose one for the rest of my life, that's what it would be.
They're like the only fries I can eat with ketchup. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, absolutely.
It's so weird, but they're so
You got to use them as
fucking good.
chopsticks and try to pick up a glob of ketchup. That's just
There you
like
go.
how you're supposed to do it.
Also,
Ooh, Taco Bell nacho fries?
fresh,
Yeah.
super crispy Brahms fries are probably
Brahms
a
fries
very,
are damn
very
good,
close
too.
second.
They are really good with gravy. Brahms fries are like the only kind of fry it's acceptable to dip in gravy.
Yep. The Brahms sauce, too. The spicy little bit of Brahms
Mercy Pizza Hut has good fries?
Sauce. Whoa.
I don't believe it. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
believe you. I'll have to try it myself and find out. Costco
I really
fries?
want to, get a very part-time job at McDonald's just so I can get my free french
I
fries
can
and cook them
totally
perfect.
see you working at McDonald's.
Cook them perfect. I worked in the fry station at Outback.
Yeah.
I know how to,
I can see
I know
you
how to
dressed
run a
just
fryer.
like you are right now, running the intercom, taking orders. You'd last about 5 minutes. You'd be like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Fucking rock it. I'd rock it out.
I know you.
And I'd have a good fry. People would come from miles around to have my crunchy french fries. It's hard. You never know. You don't know what you're going to get. The one in Neosho is amazing.
Mama always said, life is like a McDonald's french fry. You never know what you're gonna get.
Prep Girl, thanks so much for the happy poop over there on the YouTube side. Greatly appreciate that. Thanks so much for the love. She's tapping at me, which is telling me it's time to... We'll jump back over to QOD for just a moment, and then we'll get started here. Rallies and Checkers cheese fries. You know, we don't have either of those around here, unfortunately.
We have the frozen ones.
We do have the frozen ones, and they are damn good.
made
The seasoned
nachos.
ones. Yeah. So very part-time. At least, yes, very part-time. With what time? Yes. She doesn't have any
It would be
time.
like basically
Every 2 weeks for 30 minutes.
student price.
Yeah. And 25 minutes of that would be prep. Like getting the uniform on, and yes. It would be pretty much. I know, nobody's saying you don't work hard. Nobody's saying that at all. I'm saying you don't have time to pick up a very, very part-time job at McDonald's just for fries. Five Guys fries are good, Nicole. They really are. Paige, thanks so much for the lightning bolts. Appreciate that. We are going to unlock a spicy story on the TikTok side when we hit the 4.5K bolts, and when we hit the 10 supers 5 and up, we're going to hit the cake story over on the Tiki-Taki side. Totally radical. Five Guys with 5 days. Oh, yeah, we read that. Sorry. I'm lost. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' stream on this Wednesday, the 13th of August in the year 2025. We are 3 days away from Candy Thunder's birthday, 4 days away from the official channelversary, and 1 week away from the channelversary stream. If you didn't already know about it, you know about it now. August 20th, 3 p.m., the 3-hour-long channelversary stream is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. We're going to have some new swag. We're going to have some new scenes. We're going to do some new gift goals. We're going to do some cool stuff. And you might even be graced with a new voice during that stream. We'll see. Coming up, we have stories about cheating reveals or lack thereof, excessive birthday requests,
I didn't write that story.
tattoo regrets, inappropriate nicknames, siblings affecting each other's futures, unwelcome drop-ins. We also have spicy stories, pay to revenge, and cake stories, all here to unlock. Let's rock and roll. First goal again is 4.5K bolts on the TikTok side for a spicy story. On the YouTube side, we have a super goal of 10 supers 5 and up for a cake story. This week's share goal, TikTok side is 1,500 shares. Greatly rely on your likes and shares of the stream to help us get in front of new people. So please, if you have not done it yet, like the stream, share the stream. Greatly appreciate it. Check out Linktree, my Linktree, which is linked to my bio right now. We do have a custom code for y'all to use at Stanley's website to get 20% off on Stanley cups. It doesn't apply to the customization. Their free customization thing is over. However, you can still do customization, and we have some files in the VIP group where you can thunderize your cup, which is really stinking cool. I might have gotten a little crazy with it and got like a custom cup for almost the whole family. Navy Thunder really likes hers. Okay, a reminder today, keep chat positive and respectful. Everybody is allowed to have their own opinion. We're not all going to agree, but you don't have to be an asshat about it. Just be a decent freaking human being, and everybody will get along fine. Don't spoil stories. Don't start anything political or religious or anti-Taylor Swift, or your ass will get muted and booted immediately. Just don't do it. Don't forget, there is a brand new episode of Thunder and Spark on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Dropped it last week. If you haven't watched it yet, you need to, because it's flipping hilarious. Don't forget, next week is the 3-year channelversary celebration. We have a ton of great things in store. Make sure you are there for the full 3-hour stream, August 20th, starting at 3 p.m. to help us celebrate our 3rd birthday. Dusty turns 3. I really thought about dressing up like a toddler. A 3-year-old. I'm entering my terrible 3s. Creator years might be like dog years, yeah, or like presidential years. You just you like it accelerates your aging at a rapid pace. If we went back to the beginning and looked at how white my beard was then versus now, I've aged like 21 years.
Well,
It makes sense. It makes sense. And with that, get out your gosh heckin' brooms. I will be fully white bearded here soon. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Hey, Auntie Danny with the bolts there. Thanks so much, Space Cadets, sending them as well, as long with the Go Popular. Log Home Chick with the Heart Me. Thanks so much. Dusty as a toddler would be funny. Yeah, probably a handful. I'm sure I was an asshole toddler. Maybe not. I was a mama's boy. Space Cadet dropping the 20s there as well. Katie Murph, McCall, and we'll show me the rest of your name. Why not? Sherry Medic, what's up? Dropping the Heart Me there too. Wendy Darnisha. Lime Squeeze dropping bolts there too. Thanks so much, Wendy Johnson. Geraldine, thanks so much for the love. Greatly appreciate it. You're going to be very distracted at the gym tonight, Natasha. Yeah, like at 6 p.m. Central for us, which is what 7 p.m. Eastern is when the New Heights podcast drops. That features Taylor, and I know like VIP stream after the public stream is probably going to have to stop well short to give people time to just adjust and get ready for that. Tony was talking about just watching it with everybody and doing like a viewing party. No, and yeah. I got to pick up kids too, so I don't think that's going to work out. At least not for me. All right, let's go ahead and get started, ladies and gentlemen. Our very first story of the day is this one. Am I the astronaut for not telling my daughter that her boyfriend is cheating because we are close friends?
What?
Would you like to start a poll for us, love? Candy Thunder's like, am I the astronaut for not telling my daughter that her boyfriend is cheating because we are close friends? Yeah. That's a pretty big astronaut thing to do in my book here. I'm going with ASCON 2. It might be a 1. Probably is a 1, but I'm starting off with 2. Hey, Victoria, welcome to the Gosh Heck and Thunder crew on the YouTube side. Hey-oh, hey-oh, hey-oh. Welcome to the fam. Could be a black hole. Yoko, title one more time. Am I the astronaut for not telling my daughter that her boyfriend is cheating because we are close friends? So OP is close friends with boyfriend. That's what I'm, getting from the title here. Not telling your kid that their partner is cheating. It seems like a really shitty thing to do because you're taking sides.
It's gross.
There's no way to not take sides there, and you took the side of your daughter's boyfriend instead of your daughter, and that seems shitty. It's at least an ASCON 2. At least. Hey, Sabs, thanks for the bolts. Log home check dropping bolts there too. Sabs again. Thank you. It is gross. Doodles Dragon, I didn't catch it was their kid at first. It makes it even worse. It does. 2, yeah.
Okay.
2 is very conservative here.
Poll results are ASCON 1 with 77% and ASCON 2 with 12% and Black Hole with 9%.
All right. Okay, so it's ASCON 2 minimum here. ASCON 1 took the lead. Let's go see where it's at. 0% on ASCON 3? Yeah, everybody's like, no, this is bad. This is bad. My daughter, 19 female, has been dating Jeremy, 22 male, for around 3 years. I have always been tolerant and chill about my daughter's romantic life, and she's always been comfortable to update me. Me and Jeremy have been on good terms ever since she took him home for the first time, and developing ever since. We both love football and support the same team, and we frequently have conversations about life, sports, and my daughter. I consider him a close friend of mine. I don't have too many, and it's refreshing to have a connection with a young man at my age. He reminds me of when I was younger. He reminds me of me when I was younger. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and red flag right here. Because yeah, I think it's perfectly fine to be like cordial and friendly and a friend with whoever your child is dating. Being besties feels weird, doesn't it? It feels weird. It feels weird, especially because it's like a living vicariously through kind of vibe. My daughter and Jeremy have had some previous hiccups in their relationship related to loyalty. My daughter tends to overthink and worry about his loyalty ever since he kissed another girl at a party early on in their relationship. They've moved on past this, and it did upset me because I wasn't too close with him at the time, at least not like how we are now. That's why it upset you? Okay. Because you weren't besties yet. Me and Jeremy were watching a game at my house while my daughter was out of the house, and all of a sudden he needs to take a phone call, and he excuses himself and walks into the kitchen. I didn't think too much of it until I distinctly hear the voice of a young woman, and definitely not that of my daughter. This had me curious, so I checked a camera at the entrance of the house near the kitchen that could pick up the conversation. To summarize, he was meeting up with a girl called Sophie, later that day, and it was clear that it was sexual. When I asked my daughter what he was doing later that day, she told me he was going out with his friends. It's been 2 days since this happened, and I'm starting to feel guilty, but I don't want to ruin the environment with my daughter being depressed. She's hard to handle already, and my relationship with Jeremy probably ending as a result of a breakup. Okay, so
what the fuck?
It's 100% selfish. You don't want to deal with her, and you don't want to lose him. That's the only reason you're not speaking up. Yeah, confirmed. Gross. Having Jeremy around the house has really helped me ever since my wife passed, as my relationship with my daughter isn't the greatest, and there's nobody else really coming by. I know what he did is wrong, and I'm thinking to confront him first to tell her the truth himself, or at a minimum, to break up with her. I understand why I could seem selfish here, but I want to get opinions. Am I the astronaut? Yes, you are selfish. Yes, this is gross. Okay. Everything that you said in here was selfishly motivated. Because I don't want to deal with her. She's already depressed and hard to handle. I don't want to lose him. it's gross. My ask on 2 was way too soft.
If he respected you and your daughter in the same way that you respect him, he would not do this. He would not cheat. He would not give up the opportunity to have this relationship with the both of you. But he doesn't value it. It's just there. So you're prioritizing someone who is not prioritizing your daughter, who is not prioritizing your family. What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Like, tell your daughter. She is your child. That's where your loyalty should lie, is to her. No matter what the consequences are, she deserves to know. Especially knowing that your dad knew for days and didn't tell you. Like, that dings her trust in you and then also in him. So
yeah. And let's get to the brass tacks of all this. It's not about the boyfriend being a stand-up dude. It's not about him being your bestie. You're fucking lonely.
Yeah, 100%.
Your wife passed. You're lonely. Like you're struggle bussing, and that's understandable. But you've adopted your daughter's boyfriend as your therapy doll, and that is not okay. It is not okay because the importance of that, you need that, right? You need that because you're lonely, and that is why you're letting all this shit slip. That's why you had a problem with him kissing another girl before you guys were besties, but now that you're besties, it's okay. And you're willing to look the other way when he's, having sex with another girl.
It's disgusting.
Look at it. Take a step back, become the curious observer, and look at all this. And I think you're going to see that this is gross and it is not okay. And it is because you are lonely. I think this is a definitely need to be in therapy when your spouse passes, no matter what, right? Like you should be talking to somebody on the regular. And if you are that lonely, like that's on you. You need to form some connections and grow your network there. Like that is not something right. that your daughter should be sacrificing her boyfriend to fill the role. That is gross. I understand you didn't intend for that to happen. It all came from a place of pain. Pain motivated this. I feel for you. But it caused you to act in a way that completely violated the relationship between you and your daughter, and you have sacrificed her. And it is gross. And it is is it black hole?
But he sacrificed her to what end? Like, this is going to come out.
And they're not going to last forever. No. They're not married. Like
you're prioritizing this guy over your daughter right now, and that is something that's going to, if ever she forgives you.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be something that takes a long time to come back from.
This is a Robin Williams when he's the bee in Aladdin's ear kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Tell her the truth, yep. Right? This is tell her the truth.
100%.
Try to put this fire out before it becomes a wildfire and burns your entire relationship to the ground if it hasn't already. Like, start doing the right thing. Start looking at the motivation for each of your decisions. And for fuck's sake, start talking to somebody. Because this, had you been in therapy, would have never happened.
Yeah.
Where would you put him, Tater Rooney?
Are we starting off with a black hole?
I think we are. I think we, it's not.
I would say he's ASCON 1 falling into black hole because...
If he doesn't fix it.
If he doesn't speak
that's
today.
Fair. That's fair. ASCON 1, gonna be black hole if he doesn't fix this quick.
Boyfriend can just fuck off.
Oh yeah. Boyfriend's a dipshit.
He can ride in the ship with him.
I said deuce canoe instead of douche canoe, which still kind of works. It's like a shit canoe. Deuce canoe. It still kind of works. Yeah, I think it's 100% not okay because you lost your spouse, and this is all coming from a place of like grief-driven pain. I'm not calling you evil yet, but once you hear from other people who are pointing out the motivations behind this and you see where it's coming from, if you at that point don't fix it, you're a black hole. You're choosing to be an evil human being at that point, and it is 100% not okay. So fix your shit or get fucked. That's where you're at. Hey, Banshee dropped the 5 on the YouTube side and said, "Hey, Dusty, it was my daughter's 12th birthday yesterday. She's a huge fan of you and Candy. Can you please say happy birthday to Tilly, please?" Tilly, happy gosh heckin' birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tilly. And what a great week to have a birthday. We know all kinds of fantastic people who have birthdays this week. It's just a great time of year. Hell yeah. Happy gosh heckin' birthday. Catching up on some comments here. I'm going to throw you back on Tater Rooney so we can discuss some more of this. Also, Michelle Tessie Davis dropped the 5 and said, "Why would you even want to be friends with someone who would do this to your daughter?" Right? That's the That's the bottom line.
Which to me says he's not thinking.
He's not thinking about his daughter. He's only thinking of himself.
He's thinking very selfishly. Yeah. I mean, he can, like I said, he's teetering on the edge of this for me.
Wife passed.
It doesn't say how long. It just says since my wife passed, I thought.
Okay, well, they've been dating for 3 years, for around 3 years. I'm trying to look and see when she passed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So daughter lost her mom, and now her dad is keeping the fact that her boyfriend is cheating on her from her. That's too much.
Garbage.
Dude, you gotta step up.
Garbage. Don't like it. Don't like it, brother.
Right.
Yeah, not sure how long ago that has been going on, but it's not okay. But this is the moment of truth, right? This is the fork in the road when now people are going to point it out to you and be like, yeah, this is not okay. And this is how it's motivated. So where do you go from here? And this will make or break the rest of your life, the rest of your daughter's life, and the amount and severity of the trauma that she has from this, and her trust in you, and her ability and willingness to trust other people and date moving forward. Like, this is a huge fucking moment. Do the right thing. That's it. Did we hit a goshek and goal? We sure did. Look at that. Hey, in particular order here on the TikTok side for hitting the 4.5K bolt goal and unlocking, what do we unlock? A spicy story?
Hell yeah.
Shell in Darkness in the number 1 spot at 835. Then we got Nope Try Harder in the number 2 spot at 802. Overkill Mill in the number 3 at 750. Then we got Ash Kaiba, Jenny Lee. We've got Log Home Chic, Sabrina Janine, Civil War Mormon, Pixie Dust, Katie Murph McCall, Ms. Bree, Wendy Johnson Bourre. Is Bourre?
Boor. Wendy Johnson Boor.
I have to say it cool. Kate Edney. Kate Edney. No scream from Candy Thunder that time. Tony Spark gave her the warning. She was covering her ears. He kept his side of the street clean. Our side of the street is covered in confetti now, though. Civil War Mormon, Pixie Dust, Katie Murph McCall, Ms. Bree, Wendy Johnson, Kate Edney, Elise Kutch, The Hulkinator, A.K. Mary, Ms. D, Mama B, Legs for Days. I am Bindi Luhu. Vashti Dances, Kaitanis, Wendy, RHCP, Anna, Ms. G Lady, Danisha Johnson, Joy Luke, Unforgotten Karen, Tony Spark, Aunt Sue, Thrillers About Mommy, Violet Green, Shadow Wolf, Jerry Lee Go Forth, Jerome Mama, Zoe C, Diana C. Anthony, A4B1000, Spread Love and Joy, and Xanity. Thank you guys so much for the love and helping us unlock that spicy story. We will dive into that next, and Caden Thunder will get the next goal set up, which is going to be 3K finger hearts to unlock a spicy story and a Tony Spark appearance. Tony Spark! What? We have a drive up. We got a drive up. We got a good friend of the stream, Smoots, just drove up. We got to pull him on here.
Are you here to celebrate?
Is that Smoots? Is that Smoots? Well, you can bring us a check and come say hi. What? You got your cool Mahomes shades and everything, man. I get it.
Hey, beard.
Yeah, his beard. You're getting that beard girthy, brother. I said the G word. I know. Hey, Samantha dropped the 5. Said, hey, I'm working today, hour 8 of 12, and I just want to make sure y'all hit the goal. I'll listen to the replay after work. Hey, thanks so much for the love. I know you'll see this on the replay. So, Samantha, thank you so much for the love. Greatly appreciate it. And yeah, we'll get there. We're at 4 out of 10 now. Michelle Tessie Davis said, why would he even want to be friends with someone who would do this to your daughter? I saw that. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going back and reading stuff over again. Wait. Darnisha? Almost nobody says it right the first time. Is that how I said it that time? Darnisha?
I probably said it wrong this time, but said it wrong right the first time. That's how I roll.
Hey, Katie Murph, heck yeah, dropping the finger hearts there. Crystal Williams, Josh Anderson, Crystal Williams again there. Megs, thank you so much. Flamingo, special guest reveal. He didn't want to come up on the screen, man. Smoots.
You make me sad. You make me sad.
All right, spicy reward story number 1, Tony Spark. Look at you guys. You unlocked a spicy story during the first story. Proud Papa moment.
So proud. So proud of y'all. So proud.
That happened. Getting my, next time, he says. Next time, Spence.
All right.
Hey, Chiara. Chiara? Here from Italy. Love the content. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good to see you here. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a spicy story. Don't forget your glass of milk. And make sure the turlet is unoccupied. This is a follower-submitted spicy story titled, Am I the Astronaut for telling my dad he's not my dad at my mom's retirement party, and then finding out half my family paid to keep it quiet? Don't know that I fully understand the title, but we're going to do a poll nonetheless. Am I the astronaut for telling my dad, quotation marks, he's not my dad at my mom's retirement party, and then finding out half my family paid to keep it quiet? So confused.
What?
I'm so confused. I'm going NTA. NTA. Poll is going. Oh, caught it. Look at that. Reflexes like a mongoose. I reminded you of Papa Smurf smiles. Oh, no. Oh, no. This sounds messy AF, Moondragon. Yes, indeedly do. It does. All right, how's our poll looking before you miss it?
I've got it pulled up. I'm just waiting for it to end.
That's what you said. What? I don't know. It felt right. Another ew for you, Sarah. Yeah. Ew. He's not the bio dad. Yeah, I think that's where it's going. The Peppermint Witch, imagine saying that in anger.
Okay. It is 68.7% at NTA, followed by 16% at ESH.
Okay. NTA, then ESH. Let's dive in and see what we got. Title last time, Am I the astronaut for telling my dad he's not my dad at my mom's retirement party, and then finding out half my family paid to keep it quiet? That's the part that has me confused. I-28 female bought an Ancestry DNA kit last year for fun. My parents, Linda, 62 female, and Dan, 64 male, are the picture of a 40-year-old church picnic marriage. I expected you're 98% whatever your family says you are, and maybe a surprise fourth cousin. Results come in. Zero parental, words are hard. Results come in. Zero paternal matches from Dan's side. Instead, I get a 50% match with Emily, 32 female, labeled half-sibling. Emily messages me, I think we need to talk. Her mom had a fling in the early 90s with a married guy named Tom who vanished when she got pregnant. I do some sleuthing. Tom lives 2 downs over, runs a landscaping company, and has my face. How dare he? Same chin, same eyes, same weird little dimple that looks like a typo. I confront my mom privately. She denies, then says it was before marriage. Math, I'm 28. They've been married 40 years. I call that out. She edits the story. It was a short separation. Dan knew he chose love. I leave shaking. Fast forward to last weekend, Mom's retirement party. Big hall, slideshow, speeches, the whole "we'll miss you, Mrs. L" thing. My grandma, Dan's mom, 86 female, is front row with pearls and a smile that says she's in charge of gravity. During Share a Memory, my cousin jokes, tell us something we don't know. I had 2 glasses of Pinot and a lifetime of gaslighting. I take the mic and say,
Fun fact. Apparently, my dad isn't my dad.
Silence. You could hear the potato salad give up. What does potato salad giving up sound like? Dan looks confused. Like first time hearing this confused. Mom freezes. Grandma stands up fast and says, that's enough. Like she's calling a dog off a roast. I open the app and show the half-sibling match, and then I say, also, this is Emily, and wave her up because my grandmother invited Emily, thinking she was just my new friend. We live in the same town. And then dominoes start falling. Dan whispers to my mom, what is she talking about? Mom whispers back, we talked about this years ago. And Dan says out loud, no, we didn't. Grandma says, kitchen, now, like she's the CEO of Secrets, Inc. In the kitchen, Grandma tells me to apologize to Dan for being cruel. I ask, did he know? Grandma says he didn't need to. Dan says, so I didn't. Mom starts crying. Guests are pretending not to hover. My aunt is trying to literally pull the door shut on a room full of adults. I leave. The party implodes. Dan takes an Uber home. Grandma glares daggers at me like I spilled state secrets. The next morning, Dan shows up at my apartment with a CVS paternity test and his hands shaking. We do the swabs right there. He never looked so small. 2 days later, 0%. Dan breaks down and says, I would have raised you either way. I just wish I wasn't the last to know. Damn. Here's where the whole thing levels up to a government level cover-up. Grandma has known the entire time. Mom's sister, my aunt, has known the entire time. 2 neighbors from my childhood knew the entire time. Dan did not at all. How do I know? Because Emily sends me screenshots from Tom, a photo of a handwritten agreement from 1996 between Grandma, my mom, and Tom, witnessed by my aunt, who is a notary, stating that Tom would relinquish involvement if financial assistance was provided and no public identification was made. There are check stubs to Tom for years labeled retainer, groundskeeping, church. And the signature on many of them? Grandma's. We confront. Grandma admits it calmly, like she's reciting a recipe. She said Dan was fragile back then, and men don't recover from humiliation. She says she paid Tom to keep his distance and his mouth shut until the statute of limitations on everyone's feelings expired. I don't think that's a thing, Grandma. Her exact words. I can't make that up. Where did the hush money come from? Ready? My college fund. The one that took a hit in the '08 crash and wasn't what they hoped. Turned out it was exactly what they hoped. Quiet. Grandma frames it like she bought us all peace. I left with student loans and a "you're so resilient" balloon. Oh, and because the universe loves bonus content, remember Emily? She's not the only match. Jake, the son of my mom's best friend, the kid I grew up with, camped with, called cousin as a joke, is also a half-sibling. His mom took a test for the ancestry map. Guess who popped up? Tom was apparently landscaping everyone's yard in the 90s. So here's the updated cast list. Dan, not my bio dad, didn't know. Grandma, Dan's mom, paid hush money, orchestrated cover-up, invited my half-sister to the party without even knowing who she was. Mom had the affair, lied, claimed Dan knew. Aunt/notary witnessed the agreement. Tom, bio dad, quiet for cash. Emily, half-sister, saint for not exploding sooner. Jake, half-brother or family friend, his mom also knew and decided it wasn't relevant. After the whole party incident, Dan moved into my guest room for a week to get space from Grandma and Mom. He keeps saying, I would have chosen you, and it wrecks me. He asked why I did it at the party. I told him the truth, because everyone treated me like the only person who didn't deserve the truth. He said, you still shouldn't have found out with an audience. He's right. I'm not proud of the venue. Grandma wants me to undo the public damage, ? And apologize to her for ruining Mom's milestone. She says secrets keep families intact. I said, so does honesty, sometimes. Mom is rage crying and says I humiliated her. I asked why she told me Dan knew. She said Grandma told her to say that if it ever came up because the story plays better. Tom texted me through Emily that Grandma's payment stopped around my 18th birthday with a note, we're square. He sent a photo of the last check, memo line, final retainer. Who writes that? The mob? My grandmother and her bridge club? A few weeks later, Dan told me he did a full legal paternity test for closure. I matched the CVS one. It matched the CVS one. He cried, then asked if I still wanted him to walk me down the aisle one day if it comes to that. I said, always. We both ugly cried in a Starbucks like a pair of seasonal lattes. Grandma called while I was there. I put it on speaker. She said, this is exactly why we keep quiet, because look how emotional everyone is. Dan said, Mom, you didn't protect me. You managed me. Then he hung up. I have never loved him more. That's the end.
I was just
Grandma, they coming for you.
I was just tuned in like this was an episode of Jerry Springer, because I was like, the whole time, what the fuck just happened?
I imagine all of this starting with an ancestry DNA kit, for fun. And how many people has that happened to, who do the ancestry DNA test and then find out they aren't who they thought they were?
Well, according to my brother and sister, it would happen to me. Because
Tony Spark, it happened to his neighbors. Like,
I was adopted.
We
You
tell-
have an adopted kid in your family.
yeah, we told my little sister, Tipsy Thunder, we told her we found her under a rock.
I was just told that I didn't look like anyone in my family, therefore I did not belong. That was my childhood.
Good gravy.
No, I don't. Whoa, that was a lot. And I'm sure that the day of the retirement party and everyone acting just like super nonchalant, and she's just sitting here with this like burning secret in her chest, and
And the Pinot made it fly
yeah,
out.
and it just came out. Like I that's how I imagine it would spill over.
If anything will grease the skids, it's a little Pinot.
That's a fucked up thing to do, to say that your husband knew when he had no idea.
Yeah, and yes, it was his mom. His mom is grandma in the story, not
Yes.
her mom. It's his Dan's mom.
Yeah.
And you know why OP is calling him Dan here. I know why at this point, but like functionally, he's dad to her and has always been dad and will always be
Right.
dad, right? So
I think family is defined by who shows up for you, who you show up for, and blood does not make families. So,
agreed. And that, yeah, it's wild.
yeah.
Haley's dropped the 5 and said, I feel like if he didn't do it with an audience, the family would have continued to keep hiding it somehow. You're right.
Good
I mean,
point,
with
yeah,
grandma,
100%.
with grandma's mob boss mentality. Also, this gave me
Like-
the hunting wives
100%.
vibes with the whole like, there's a scholarship from the church, you should take it. It's hush money.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's the vibe it gave me. That is
Also,
wild.
this guy was just out like watering everybody's lawn in like 1996. He was just like all around town. Like everybody's like, yeah, Tom, did you get with Tom? Yeah, me too. Like, what has Tom got going on?
I actually hear that I have had an ancestor who was like that.
Who watered people's lawns all the time?
He was
Knocking people up all around town?
He was the milkman. Like he was actually when they had like milk like they carry the glass jugs around, but he was like the milkman. It's very familiar with udders.
When I think of the
you know what
milkman, I
mean.
think of the Andy Griffith show. When they dropped off the milk to
Yeah.
Aunt Bee.
That's like
The era you're talking about?
yes, and that's like who he was, but he was also like the milkman. Apparently,
This is, I don't know. This,
it's always the milkman.
these people, like,
Flamingo.
these friends just, like, cheating on their husbands with this one man. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's fucking weird. That gives me weird vibes. And then grandma was like, I'll make it go away.
Yeah,
With the landscaping money.
it being his mom too is. And I understand, you know, maybe deep down she was trying to protect him from this ugly truth and the pain that it would cause him, but it sure doesn't come across that way. It doesn't come across as protecting anything except for her face and
100%,
whatever
yeah.
her social and political status is in that community, right? Terabyte dropped 5 and said, found out my other grandpa had a secret child, either that or his brother. Damn. Thank you for the super, by the way. We're
There's
at
so
6 out of
many.
10 on the YouTube side.
There's so many of these stories.
Just Cat in Colorado. I have an ancestor who married 3 brothers, each at different times, of course. Wow. Dang.
These stories, like,
Yeah, isn't it wild?
makes my life feel pretty boring.
'Cause
I think I'll take a DNA
in the
test.
in the best kind of way. I don't want to. I don't want to. My sisters have done it and could probably fill me in on at least, what theirs are, but there's part of me that's like I don't want to.
I've never even thought about it.
This is semi-related, and then I'll move on to the next story here. But I guess we need to give an official determination here. But before we do that, I had this thought last night. I have since abandoned it. However, I had a thought for my next book, and it was going to be
Okay, it's fine. I was like, what are we talking about? This is
no. It was
Off the
going.
cuff.
It was going to be like past lives. Like if I had previous lives, like basically jumping into the character of one of my past lives, and that would be one of the books. And then you could do that for different lives you had in the past. So it would take some research to figure out.
oh, like a different life, not a different live stream.
No, a different life. Yeah, like it would be a different person from history that I
attempted a mom
was, if you believe in the whole like reincarnation kind of thing, which seems like it'd be really cool. And then I got thinking, this is kind of like a quantum leap, but like your past lives kind of thing. But the disconnect between those different lives ultimately made me abandon it. And now I have a different idea that I'm pursuing.
I had an idea the day.
What is your idea?
Whenever I turn off the shower and I'm getting ready to squeegee the door, the water droplets always look like some kind of weird writing from like a scary movie. And I'm always like, I feel like somebody's trying to write something on here to me. And so like whenever I squeegee, I'm like, that would be a great book. The writing on the shower door.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It creeps me out. It always looks like letters.
Book title?
The little dots like that dry on the glass door, they look like letters. And I'm like, who did that? I don't think it's anything.
Condensation, condemnation.
It's just condensed. It's just drying, and I'm like, it's scaring me. I don't like the way you're drying. That's basically how my brain works on a number of days. I get spooked by the stupidest things.
Probably just something written with shower dough.
I'm like, I got spooked by my own pants, so that's where I'm at. The swishy pants from when I was younger.
Oh, yeah. Don't look back. It's jumping jack. Okay, official determination here, the spicy reward story. Title was, Am I the astronaut for telling my dad he's not my dad at my mom's retirement party and then finding out half my family paid to keep it quiet? Now the title makes sense. And it wasn't anything negative toward dad. It was like, hey, did you know you're not my dad? And yeah, so that's obviously an NTA. And sorry you had to go through something wild like that. The silver lining here is that now you know who's trustworthy in your family and who's not, right? Now you know who your real people are, and Dan/Dad is definitely one of those people. Elise, Candy, have Caden write that. It seems up his alley after the stairway story. There you go. One of the stories to fall asleep to. That would be good. But the shower writing story. Reset possible pacemaker tomorrow?
This is my third time seeing it. Do you think that's a coinkydink?
All the vibes. A quinkadink for what the third time seeing writing on.
Today it said Lisa.
It said Lisa?
That's what it said.
Do we have a Lisa?
You know what it said? It said Elise.
It said Elise?
There was an LIS, that's all I know.
Huh. I am going to start writing messages on there. I'm going to start messing with it. I have not done it to this point, but I will now. Now I will. I definitely will. Hey, there have been a couple of messages. I'm going to go to music interlude here real quick. There have been a couple of messages in chat while we've been going on about asking how to submit your story. There are a couple of different ways to do it. The preferred method is to post your story on the Dusty Thunder subreddit. I say that because you can submit it directly to us, but there's no guarantee it's going to get picked up and used in a show. And that means that you may be waiting for feedback for a while and it may never come. So if you post it out on the Dusty Thunder subreddit, you're going to get feedback from the community there. It's a pretty sizable community. They're great about jumping on stories. So post it there. That puts it on our radar the same way it would if you sent it to us directly. So do that. If you don't want to do that, you can submit it directly to us at dusty-thunder.com. Also, our swag store is also there. There's a lot of information about our fam, our business, and our show. So you can definitely go check that out. But the preferred method, again, would be to post it on the Dusty Thunder subreddit. Tony Spark giving us the update on the TikTok side. 26 hundo to go on the goal. As a reminder, we're going for finger hearts. 3.5K of them to unlock a spicy story and a Tony Spark appearance. YouTube side, we're still at 6 of 10 to unlock a cake story on that side. So we're rocking and rolling. You guys are doing good. You guys are doing real good. So I'm bouncing over to regularly scheduled story 2 at this moment, right?
Yes.
Okay. I can't tell you what my actual book idea right now is. I have a lot of research to do, but I think you're gonna like it. Say that again. It's an autobiography. No.
About Tony?
No. Yes, that's Tony Spark biography. It is probably similar vibes to Piano Man. I'm kind of creating myself as like the M. Night Shyamalan Hamadam of, in my own way. Similar vibe. Similar vibe. It would be a fictional mystery suspense thriller kind of approach. All right, here we go. Next story, ladies and gentlemen. Will I be the astronaut if I ended a relationship before her dirty 30? Is dirty 30 the 30th birthday? Is that okay? I didn't know it was called Dirty 30. I was like, Is this some kind of sexual thing I'm supposed to know? Or will I be the astronaut if I ended a relationship before her dirty 30? Would you like to start a poll, Mama? Anonymous dropping the 5 said, I have some interesting family lore. I bet we all do, but you know yours. So, yeah, send that in if you want. Send it in as a story. At least maybe you visited Southwest Missouri in your dream.
Wrote her name on our shower.
Yeah, entirely possible.
I'm gonna take a
The
picture.
only person who writes on our shower door with anything would be Navy Thunder.
Well, I write there too. but
You
not-
write there?
I write to Navy when she's on the outside, and I write it backwards so she can.
Are you the one drawing penis pictures on our shower door? Is that why?
Yes, for Navy. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
And Michelle dropping the 5 said, I'm thinking of putting one in the Facebook VIP group. It's borderline spicy. Do it. Do it. Oh dear. Candy Thunder's Diet Coke has just run empty.
Now I'm yawning.
Oh dear. And she's yawning. What's up, Joshua? Joshua, by the way, I see whenever I launch the YouTube chat before the stream starts, you're always the first name I see. At least the past few streams. I've seen you're like the first one there. So that's some freaking commitment right there. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. What did you say, Mama?
So that's a title right there.
That is a title. That's a title. My kingdom for a Diet Coke. Yeah, she's got more. She's just got to go reload. Will I be the astronaut if I ended a relationship before her dirty 30? And she's walked away during the poll, so I don't know. I think it's probably too late.
I missed it.
In a shocking development, ladies and gentlemen, Candy Thunder has missed the ending of the poll. Could somebody give us an update on the TikTok side to the results of that? I don't see them anymore with this new setup. What's the worst story we've read out loud? I don't know. You know what though? We do no poll. Was there not a poll started? We do an award show called the Dusties, which is like the craziest stories of the year. I'd have to go back and look at that. Oh, NTA 38%. Okay, thank you. Greatly appreciate that. Hey, Michelle Tessie Davis with the high five. Yoko dropping gifts over on the YouTube side as well. Thank you so much for that with the floating hearts. Thank you. All right, NTA 38%. Title again: Will I be the astronaut if I ended a relationship before her dirty 30? I don't know where I'm at. I'm going to go NTA here because I think if your relationship is over, it's over. Obviously, it would suck to do it before a birthday or something, but is it going to be any better if you wait till right after? I don't think so. You disagree?
No, I
got that.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But no, I mean, I wouldn't want to be with someone who didn't want to be with me and then they break up with me after my birthday.
Look at it this way.
I'd just rather you rip off the Band-Aid and be
rip
done.
off the Band-Aid and be done. Be honest. And also,
Yeah.
I'm assuming at the Dirty 30, there's going to be some partying going on. This is just extra partying fuel.
Yep.
You can party extra super hard.
I would say if you're not feeling a relationship, get the heck out.
Yeah, don't
'Cause
lie.
Don't lie.
Don't lie. All right, here we go. I-25 male have been dating this woman for 3 years now. In a few weeks, she's going to celebrate her dirty 30 and has been giving me lists of things she wants. Apparently, I'm supposed to get 30 different gifts.
what?
Her surprise party is already being planned from the very little information I received. The party was her idea from the beginning. I also basically passed down the responsibility to her best friend. Also, timeout, Candy Thunder, don't be getting any ideas.
I don't need 39 gifts.
A portion of her expectations for her dirty 30 is why I want to end things. I can't explain why it frustrates me. I just feel tired. It's all she talks about since this month started. I talked to my dad about the situation and his advice was, keep her happy. It'll be easier in the long run. Happy wife, happy life. I mean, the mentality does have some credibility behind it.
What?
What? Not
We'll expand after the story.
My mom also said it would be awful if I ended the relationship before her celebration. She said turning 30 is hard on women. I don't think 3 years together is long enough for me to feel like I am losing anything on this relationship. 3 years is a decent amount of time. Will I be the astronaut if I ended our relationship tomorrow or something? There is an edit. Let's dive into that. Thinking about why I have been feeling frustrated after reading some comments. It's not over the gifts or the party. I don't mind spoiling her. We both for 3 years have spoiled one another. I knew from the beginning she was materialistic, and that never bothered me. I'm bothered by her handing me a list. It reminds me of my boss. I would rather her be my romantic partner and not my boss. I'm going out to meet my girlfriend for coffee. She knows by the tone of my voice that we are about to have a serious conversation. I'm going to tell her everything that I have written down, see how she reacts, and discuss our relationship from that point. We may or may not break up. To clarify, it's never been about the list of gifts. I don't mind getting her everything off the list. She could have handed me this list on a regular day and I would have spent the day shopping with her. I would have preferred a list on any day that holds no meaning. Most of the list items are not expensive or difficult to get. Stuff she needs for her kitchen. One of the expensive ones is a tattoo. I don't mind paying for her first tattoo. I don't have any issues with spoiling her, especially on her birthday. I don't know how I can be any more clear about this. I'm bothered and wanted to break up with her because of a separate issue that I figured out. I was upset because I felt like an important conversation I wanted to have was put on the back burner for her celebration. This conversation was about me planning a life with her. Also, if you're uncomfortable calling your birthday a dirty 30, then you don't have to. Not everybody feels bad about turning 30. Not everyone feels old. I also met with my girlfriend and had a conversation with her. We worked things out. For those asking or saying I don't love her because I could drop 3 years and feel like I lost nothing is because, my personal opinion, we have not lived together. We lived separate lives. I had planned on talking to her about moving in together or purchasing a house at a dinner I took her to after I got a promotion. That conversation never happened. That's why I feel bothered. Also, neither of us place any value on marriage, nor do we want children. Okay, that's the end of the edit here, and I gotta say, OP, I think you talked yourself in fucking circles.
What?
I think you talked yourself in circles. And my favorite part was, I don't know how to be any more clear about this.
Like nothing's been, I'm not clear on anything, right?
After like muddying the water 3 times in a circle and then being like, look, I don't know how to be any more clear. Well, you negated everything you said in the original thing. You're like, it's separate issues. I was like, so what is the issue? Because it's not the list, but the list was the main focus here. What was the issue?
It was, he wants to plan their life and she wants to plan her birthday. That's I think what it boils down to. But like,
and the bossiness is a separate issue here.
I think you're looking for issues. If you're not into the relationship, you're not into the relationship. But 2, you could have solved all of this by just communicating with her. I mean, like, this list feels weird. Like, I'm happy to spoil you. And what you said in your story, like, I'm happy to spoil you. I'm happy to be there for you. But it just feels like very transactional when you give me a list like this. I mean, but he also said he didn't have a problem with this. Dude, I think you need to do some soul searching.
Yeah, so let's back up for a second.
And figure out what the actual problem is. Because to me, it just feels like you're looking for problems in whichever way, shape, or form they come. And you're like, no, I have a problem with that. But I don't actually have a problem with that because I would totally do that. But I have a problem with that.
Or he's got like a Leo complex. And it's because she's turning 30 that he's like, she's no good anymore. Some dudes are like that. But I agree here. It's, you need to do some soul searching and figure out what the real issue is. You can't explain what you don't understand, right? And that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing you try to explain something that you don't understand.
You need to journal. You should have written this in a journal.
Need to journal and then go back and revisit it a few days later when you've cooled off a little bit and answer your own questions or respond to yourself, because this is the part you got to figure out. You cannot communicate what you don't understand. So understand it first and then try to communicate it. You don't know what the fuck you're saying right now. Yep. You don't like being bossed around. We got that. You don't mind the gifts. You don't mind being bossed around. And right now her birthday taking precedence over what you want to do is really pissing you off and probably compounds the whole being bossed around thing. It's natural to feel like you don't want to be bossed around, but your response right now is to throw your relationship away for that, which does not make sense, right? No, there's some kind of fuel behind that's causing your reaction to not match the situation, and that really needs unpacked. Now, you said you worked things out with your girlfriend and like just skimmed right over that, and I'm like, okay.
We had a conversation, worked it out. It's fine.
What does that look like? What does that mean? Like, I don't understand.
I think you need to be honest with yourself and write this stuff down and figure out on your own what you want out of life, and then bring the conversation to your girlfriend, see if those things align, and then figure out where you want to go from there. Because right now I just feel like you're spinning your wheels here, which I think maybe equates to spinning your wheels in life and not thinking you're going anywhere. And then the only thing you have to look forward to is a dirty 30 birthday. And it feels like you're kind of like freaking out because you guys are getting older. 30 is a different era, the best one in my opinion. So it does.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Like adult life begins at 30.
Yeah, it is for me. I mean, like it was nothing changes from 29 to 30. Just the number is different. But you got to figure out what you want. Figure out what she wants. Figure out if those things align, and then you can move forward. But this, I don't even think you were ready to bring this to Reddit yet.
No. And
because this was a whole jumbled mess.
Maybe you were, but maybe there will be an update or another edit because the edit should be like the journal revisit, right? Where you're kind of responding to yourself, but really you're just like, I'm going to negate everything I just said and then be like, I don't know how to be any more quick about this. Also, everything's fixed.
25.
25. Hey, Yoko, good luck on your phone interview, by the way.
There's a difference there. I mean, maybe he's not ready for the things that she's ready for, and maybe that's what's freaking him out. I don't know. We could ponder all day. He did not give enough info for.
No, but the bottom line is he doesn't understand.
Explanation.
He doesn't understand, and because he doesn't understand, he can't explain it. So figure it out, man. Like before you start trying to communicate. And I think a lot of couples get into like tiffs and arguments and end up like nitpicking each other or looking for things and end up like destroying their relationships because of things they don't understand. Like they're being driven by, they don't really have a problem with the thing that they're bitching about, but something else is driving it. They just don't understand what that thing is. And rather than figuring out and learning to communicate about it, they go Khaleesi, and just burn everything to the ground and then start over. Right. And eventually you have to learn how to do it. Eventually, if you want to have a successful relationship, you got to learn how to communicate. That's where we both ended up, where it was like, okay, if we don't learn to communicate, like we're doomed. Let's fucking figure it out. And so we figured it out to a point, and we're still figuring it out every fucking day. Like we're still working on it. You know what I mean? Still working on it. Also, Mercy, to your point there, for the Swifties, new lock, door lower. Tony Spark. Earlier, I was like, wait, there's a door on our website now? And he's like, wait,
God, there's 3
what?
locks, they're different colors.
What? There's 3 locks, they're different colors? Okay.
We have a midnight's colored one.
All right.
Look, my nails are the color of
The door is moving down.
I didn't even plan this. I was
All right.
part of the Easter egg.
For the Swifties, I'm pulling it up right now. Oh, yep, look at that.
What does it mean?
There's lots going on.
Also, those are the colors of the different TSs that were on the shelves in the background.
Yeah. Mercy dropping the 5 said, love you guys, but can't focus on this. There's a new lock on the TS site. TTYL. Heard. Yeah, you can come back and watch this after the fact. I get it. I completely get it. We've got it pulled up right now, and it is,
It matches my nails.
TaylorSwift.com. Yeah, cassette, CD, and vinyl. That makes sense. It could be that.
It's orange
Well, there's room for
You
one
just
more
called
lock.
this, yeah. There's 3 now,
Wait.
but there is room for one more.
Pink.
You're right.
and blue. I'm part of it, and I didn't even know it.
Silver one to come.
I'm so excited.
They do. The lock color.
JB Travel, you bought one of each? I thought, like, we don't have anything that plays a cassette now. And I guess it would just be for...
That would be so fun, though.
Just for...
So
you know,
nostalgic.
just, what's the word I'm looking for? A
We do have a
collector's
CD
item.
player.
We do?
Yeah.
Where?
It's in Ava's room.
Oh, okay. And a record player. Like, yeah, she started a vinyl collection,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yes.
The vinyl does look really cool. What's up,
Yeah.
Katie?
And she has a Beatles vinyl. And her dad bought her some stuff, too. Like, that's old school.
Minna, completely understand that vibe right now. With school starting next week, Minna says, I don't have motivation to get groceries. My daughter needs lunch for school, though. This is when scheduling pickup orders is really, really smart, right? It makes life a lot easier.
What does it mean?
We're losing the Swifties focus right now. It's just happening. Hey, we're at 9 of 10 on the YouTube side, y'all. Where are we at on our TikTok goal right now? Candy Thunder, Tony, Spark.
I don't know. We're 3 locks.
We're at 2,300 of 35.
JB's Travel, it's Ava's record player, and it doesn't have a cassette player. She's got a separate one. We're at what?
I'm trying to recharge. Hold on one second.
Candy Thunder's recharging coins over here.
So I get this
24,
processing.
72 out of 3,500.
Okay, so we're like 1K away. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the numbers right then. We're about 1K away on the TikTok side.
Here I come.
Oh, here comes Candy Thunder. As a reminder,
Does the combo and the number gets bigger?
As a reminder, we're going for 3.5K finger hearts to get a spicy story unlocked and a Tony Spark appearance. All right. And I look like Ronnie Dunn today. Who's Ronnie Dunn? Oh, Brooks and Dunn, Ronnie Dunn?
No, you don't. Although he's got a great voice.
Yeah. New FCal, I am on my own now. I'm on my own. Yeah. It's wild. Bets Lou dropping the 5 on the YouTube side and hitting our goal on the YouTube side, y'all. You have unlocked a Gosh Heckin' Cake story. Hell yeah. I'm going to get the next one set up over here, which will unlock unlock confetti and an AMA. So we're going to do the same thing, but for confetti and AMA. Radiant Decay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, Dr. Sweets, what's up? Elise, dropping the 5. I will fix this. What if it's an Eras Tour doc announcement, too? Very well could be.
Please can't handle it right now.
Booberry, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Bouncing out of my chair.
She's just like,
I can't sit still. I gotta get my Diet Coke out of the
Bendy Lou, thanks so much for the love. Greatly appreciate Katriana dropping the finger hearts there, too. Sylvie, Heidi, thank you so much. What's up, Cake the Rogue? Just got out of a meeting. There you go. There you go. Sarah Rosales. Yes, get jazzy on it. Dropping the 150 finger hearts there. Beth Bars, Gladys, McKay. Thank you guys so much. Beth Bars again. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Some people saw it. Some people see the Ronnie Dunn. Oh, God. She's freaking out. Freaking out. She's freaking out. Okay. We have unlocked the cake story. Did we hit our goal on the... Yep, we hit our goal on the TikTok side, too. Let me give some thanks for that, and then we'll start diving into stories here. If I can get my producers... back in line, we'll actually, handle our show here. We'll actually do our jobs here.
Sorry.
Only one job today.
All right, in the number 1 spot here on the TikTok side, somebody who's very, very, very comfy, the number 1 spot, Sam Goofballs, dropping the 4.4K. And then the number 2 spot, somebody else who's very, very comfy up here in the top 3 as well. Get jazzy on it, dropping the 2.9K. And in the number 3 spot, another person who's very, very, very comfy up in the top 3, Meg's World at 1K. And then we got Sabrina Janine, Ash Kaiba, A.K. Mary, the Hulkinator, Adventures with Pam, E. Johnson, Little Kit Kitsoon, Overkill Mill, Tony Spark, Gladys White Scott, Farmer Katie, Candy Thunder, Katie Murph McCall, I Am Bendy Luhu, Rose, Legs for Days, Shell in Darkness, Queen Unicorn, Anna Hartman, Smoots, Celestial Tumblers, Emmy Castro, Aunt Sue, Sylvie Quinn, Aisha, Elise Kutch, Michaela McDougal, JB Travel, we've got Caitlin Townsend, Auntie Raise Me, Beth Bars, Kate Edney, Swishnanigans, Meredith Siren, Farmer's Daughter, Diana C. Anthony, Violet Green, and Mama Schultz. Thank you guys so much. You are amazeballs. You have unlocked another story and a Tony Spark appearance. So we have a cake story, a spicy story, and Tony Thunder to deliver for you now. The next goal is going to get set up here. Caden Thunder, you on it? Next goal on the TikTok side is going to unlock a petty revenge story and a Caden Thunder appearance and confetti. TikTok side, we've already started the next goal, and that is for confetti and an AMA. So the next story I am diving over to is cake story or spicy story, Tony Spark? Cake story. All right. What? Did I see what? Oh, Betsy Lou. Member for 24 months at the Gosh Heckin' Thunder Crew. We don't watch TV at dinner except when Taylor Swift is on New Heights. Hey. Every screen in the world. Nancy dropping the 5. First week of school lunches are rough. We are 3 days in and my kid already had a Lunchable 2 of the days. Hey, I get it. It's the schedule adjustment for us. Like Navy Thunder is going to have to get used to waking up earlier. She's been sleeping in for the summer and her getting up. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a real good time.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm not excited at all. We have 1 more week of sleeping in.
Enjoy it while you can. Sahasrala dropping the 5. I had a sudden Teams meeting. I'm going to block out my schedule on Wednesdays from 2 to 5 now. From now on, I like it. You should do that. Just personal time, therapy appointment, something like that. I like it. Okay. Cake story time, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we got one of these for you. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it? Title of this story is, Am I the Astronaut for Not Having Cake for Her Birthday? Well, yeah. Yeah. Am I the astronaut for not having cake for her birthday? Would you like to start a poll, love? I mean, this feels like, yeah. Or if you're not supplying the cake yourself, you have to at least confirm that someone else is, right? Is your mom making cake for your birthday? This is me being like, oh shit, I need to get this covered. I assumed
Texas sheet cake.
That's right. You did tell me that already.
Yeah.
You told me
I
Texas
know.
sheet cake already.
I'm so
Yes.
excited for it. I'm
Yes.
so excited. And my mom makes it with all the butter.
Well, the better.
I'm so excited.
She did tell me that. Okay, I remember now. I did have my back started sweating though. I was panicking a little.
I was like, is this story about me?
What is a Texas sheet cake? The world wants to know. Candy Thunder.
It's chocolate on chocolate, but it's like milk chocolate or cocoa, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like it's made like a really thin cake with like really like soft chocolate frosting on it. It's so good, and they're making homemade ice cream.
Ooh.
Homemade ice cream and Texas sheet cake is it's just it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Are you gonna sing that the rest of the time?
No, I'll sit back down.
Okay.
I just got too excited.
You were at the very top of the frame, and I'm like, I need to
I had
adjust
to-
this camera.
I
Unless
stood
you
up
guys-
because I got too antsy in my seat. Okay, the result of the poll is wow, this is very split. Ascon 2 took it with almost 30%, followed by Ascon 3 with 20%. And then
Okay.
Ascon 1 right behind it at 17.
I was gonna say I'm gonna ask on one.
Yeah.
Like like if you're not having yourself, you at least need to make sure that it's covered by someone. There has to be cake.
I would agree.
It has to be.
I wonder if it's a kid or an adult, because if it's a kid, straight to Ascon 1.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's dive in and find out. Throwaway, as I have friends on Reddit. I, 34 female, have 2 boys, 10 male and 8 male, and my husband, Dirk, 40 male, has a daughter from another relationship, Gwen, just turned 6 female. We are a healthful household, and we teach moderation and controlling how much we take when we have treats. We are also very active and every day strive to get the boys moving. However, Gwen is only here 2 weekends a month, and her mother has the exact opposite attitude. In all honesty, that woman's blood type is probably ketchup. Okay. Similarly, Gwen is about 20 pounds heavier than a 5-year-old girl is supposed to be. Okay. We can see where this is going. What the fuck? And are we really body shaming a 5-year-old girl? Is that what's happening here? Cool. It makes me sad for this child and for her health. So when we get her, I try to teach Gwen about healthy eating and moving around. We have the boys play with her so she's getting active, and we make a distinction between foods that are healthy and ones that aren't. When I see one of the kids reaching for a treat food in the pantry, I'll ask, would you like to make a healthier choice? And Gwen is really getting it. She's always going for better choices now and is also asking for fruit at home, which is really good. Gwen's birthday ended up falling on one of her weekends with us, and while we were talking about what kind of cake to have, I asked Gwen about a healthier choice. For birthday cake?
Damn it.
For fuck's sake, it's her fucking birthday. My reasoning is, unfortunately, she's still getting all that garbage at home, and it's just not good for a growing girl. She agreed, and we decided to have some low-fat ice cream so she can still have a sweet treat. It's a brand Gwen loves and asks for every time she's here, so she was happy with it. Until the next day after she went back to her mom. Her mom called us furious. She said that when Gwen got home and she asked us about her birthday with us and her cake, Gwen started crying because she really did want cake but didn't want to make a bad choice. She accused me of fat-shaming her and her daughter and that I owe her a cake and a big apology. Now I'm just looking out for the health of a child in my care, but I never said Gwen couldn't have cake, and she could have had one if she wanted one. I suggested sticking to ice cream because I care, but did I go about it in an astronaut way?
Yes. You suggested having, so before it was Gwen could have had cake, but she chose ice cream. And then in the next paragraph, it's I suggested that Gwen could have ice cream and still have a sweet treat. It sounds like you swayed this child. She's fucking 5, first of all. And God, you could have made a cake sugar-free. You could have made so many different things for her birthday. But to me, this says like, I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to get you a carton of ice cream and call it a day. I mean, is that the vibe you're getting? I'm so like, what are we doing? She's 5 and you're giving her a complex about food.
Look, I think teaching your kid to make healthier choices is fantastic, right? And teaching, educating is one thing.
Right.
But you mean to tell me, OP, that you don't have cake for your fucking birthday, even though you try to make healthy choices on the regular, right?
I want to know how far you went out for your children's birthday.
Yeah.
Because that's the vibe that I'm getting. It was much easier to get and you didn't even say sugar free, so she still you said low fat. There's a big difference.
It's overcompensating. And
I
she's
feel like,
she's trying to give her concentrated doses when they're with her, because she knows when she goes back to her mom's, it's going to be free reign. But guess what? If you educate instead of shame, if you educate, she's going to make better choices at her mom's as well. Right. She's going to start asking for healthier foods. There's the education part of this, but when it came down to the birthday thing, and you still, instead of taking this opportunity to be like, it's okay, it's your birthday. Like, there are going to be special occasions where it's okay to make a choice that you know isn't the healthy one. Like, it's okay.
Also,
instead, you just chose to continue the thumb with your thumb on her, continue the control.
Where the fuck is her dad? Why did her dad have no input in this? Why is it just stepmom that was handling all of this? Why didn't dad step up and say, hey, she needs a birthday cake? Because it's not just on stepmom. This is on very much equal on dad too, because he's there. He's a part of the family. It's his daughter, and he's not stepping up and asking or trying to get some kind of birthday cake for his child so that she can. I get it. If that's what she wanted, that's what she wanted. But to me, it feels like you're pushing a 5-year-old. And I get wanting your child to be healthy. Like, I get making that balance, but I feel like you had an opportunity to bond with your stepchild on their birthday. And I would really, really 100% like to know what you do for your children on their birthday. Is it a carton of ice cream and call it a day? Do you do a party? Do they get a cake? Like, how do you play that? And is it the same? Because if it's not the same, you're not doing it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it
garbage.
Yep.
Angel, your comment here, even better would be still asking the question, then explaining why the rules don't always apply. I agree.
100%.
Also saw your super comment up there, and we'll jump to that as soon as we wrap this story up. It's frustrating, but look, with blended families, I can tell you that we know the frustration of like, it is hard to teach your kids things when they're not with you all the time. That is hard. You have, like, unless everybody's on the same page doing the same thing with the same initiatives, which is super fucking rare, then it is difficult. It is really difficult to like educate them, and especially educate them about consistency with things when they're not with you all the time. Well, I feel that pain. We get that. But I do not think the answer is concentrated doses to overcompensate.
Right.
I do not think that is the way. I think educating them to make smarter choices or to put systems in place themselves has got to be the play here. But it's unrealistic. And I think because you went too far, you flew too close to the sugar sun here. That's why you're feeling the pain that you're feeling. And now you're going to get to deal with the wrath of her mom way more often.
Also, I think you kind of revealed she's got ketchup in her veins comment. Like, to me, it was just enough to be like, I'm not going to take anything you say seriously, because you're just shitting on people who don't act the same way as you.
Right.
And to me, that just made you a shitty person.
Which also means that a large portion of what you're doing with your stepdaughter here is driven by the motivation to not let her become her mom.
Bingo.
Because you're disgusted by her mom.
Bingo.
Okay, so where are we putting hold on, before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and do this, because I think we've discovered quite a bit along the way, and while I understand what you're trying to do and the frustration behind it, you have to at some point realize that how you're going about it is not the right thing to do. And if you find yourself making comments or having those thoughts that contribute to it, like the ketchup and the veins thing, connect the dots and understand what your true motivations are behind it. And it's a really shitty thing to do. I'm throwing it up here. Like, when it comes, the birthday was the tell. The ketchup and the veins was the tell. If you had just educated And then when it came to this, like explained that it's not always going to be, healthy options, and sometimes it's okay in moderation. Like this was a teaching opportunity. Instead, there was this militant approach, and you asked her the question to let her make the choice. But let's be honest here, you didn't let her make the choice. Boo.
Boo.
Little bit of catch up here, not that kind of catch up. Catch up. Dr. Sweet's dropping the 10. Using healthy versus unhealthy still causes problems with eating. There are some foods that we eat that help us get full, and some that taste delicious but don't offer what we need. We need balance. There you go. So balance, moderation would be the healthier way to go there. Also, like toddlers, kids can turn freaking like tater tots and goldfish into hair and fingernails. I don't know how, but it doesn't matter what they eat as long as they eat. Like these kids will turn anything into like growing 3 inches and 4 feet of hair, right? I don't get it, but that's the way it freaking goes. Sahasrala, member for 4 months, saying she's freaking 5. Give her healthy options to choose, fine, but give her the dang rainbow unicorn ice cream filled frosting cake if she wants it on her birthday. Agreed. Love the combo you gave us there. It's fantastic. Okay, Angel, I'm going to go back and find your comment here real quick. Angel dropped a $5 super here and said, joining from AA 1482, had a great time in Vegas, but damn, I just want to have my husband and my dog living in the same place. Will I be the astronaut if I demand a change? I feel like you should write this full story out, and we should discuss it in depth. Demanding is a tough word, right? I think you're probably talking about enforcing a boundary here, but I get it. You're at the point where basically if things don't change, you will no longer tolerate the level of unhappiness that you have. So you would be creating a boundary here, right? But it's complicated, and there are lots of things to take into account there. So I would say write it down. Write down what you want to say right now, and then revisit it. But I do think you should write this whole story out and send it in to us so we can really go in depth on it. Ladies and gentlemen, I think somebody's coming up to pay you a visit here. We have a special guest. You have unlocked him. So, whoa, you all right there? Say hello to the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Spar.
It's Tony.
Hello, people. It's like perfectly, it's almost perfectly in frame. It's almost perfectly there. What's up, people? How's everybody doing on this glorious Swiftmas Wednesday? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Angelique. She loves the shirt. The shirt that
So did you clown when this first happened, or did you like say nothing was going to happen and then later bend the knee to me as you joined the party of clowners?
I believe that you believe. So I thought we were saving this for VIP.
What?
You just decided to project
I said
my
this
bad
is it. This is the real
decision.
deal. And I have text messages to prove his non-innocence in this thing.
Listen, I am a victim of clowning as much as the next person, and I've clowned so often, and sometimes, most of the time, I've been wrong. So then I decided to stop clowning, where you proceeded to keep clowning. When not going to say who was wrong or who was right the last couple times we're clowning. That's irrelevant. So all I said was, I'm not buying into any of the hype. I'm not clowning for anything. We're just going to see what happens. And she was right. And what did I do? What did I do?
He bent the knee.
I owned up to it. I said that I messed up. I was wrong. I'm ashamed. And I did. I clowned too close to the sun. And Candy Thunder was pretty much spot on all the events that have happened this week. And I give her credit for that. So, but now I've come out of the darkness, and I'm fully bought in. Although I was told that I wasn't.
I have
allowed
my
to
clowning. I have my clowning buddy back.
I was told that I wasn't allowed to be excited about this, but then
Until you bent the knee.
Then I bent the knee. So Yeah, I was. Oh, also, there's bonus points if you send orange paper cranes because that's an option. Did you know that?
Is it really?
You can choose orange, blue, or purple. So
That's
orange.
ridiculous.
Anyway, so as you could tell by my wardrobe today, I'm not totally bought back into everything at all. So, yeah.
Wish I had a clown nose.
I hope everybody's excited for today, as the rest of us are. I don't know if that's possible because Candy Thunder and I are pretty excited. Candy Thunder literally can't sit still right now. Like she can't like sit down, stand up. She's got so much like excited energy about this, about the events that are happening in an hour and 35 minutes from now.
Nobody's counting.
Nobody's counting. See, but yeah. So, for what? The premiere of the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers and special guest Taylor Swift. So, the podcast is going to break the internet.
Yeah. The Dusty Thunder podcast?
The Thunder and Spark, you know, they're going to attempt to try to break the record of most views of Thunder and Spark has. So it's going to be tough. I mean, they've got to, if there's only one person who could beat the amount of views that Thunder and Spark gets, it'd be Taylor Swift. So good luck. Good luck, lady. I don't know if you can do it or not, but yeah.
Give it your best. Shoot your shot.
Yeah. So I think the over-under is like, I think the over-under is like 250 million views. You think it's going to be over or under?
Over.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because here's what I thought too. I was like, for all the Swifties you have, then all the football people, then all the people who are just curious, and then all the people who are gonna watch it to like write stories, like news people and news all of that.
And not just the people, but think about all the brands that have already jumped on the bandwagon that are just like funneling everything into it.
Yeah.
Right. Like all screens will funnel to that. So
Yeah.
it's wild.
It's gonna be good. I am excited for it, and I'm also trying to figure out what the hell these locks mean on the website. I don't know what the locks mean, what the door means. What does it mean? What does it all mean?
Find out. That's
I want to know now.
That's the fun in waiting to find out.
Is it fun or is it just stress? Oh, you mean the person who checked the camera to check my outfit?
Turner, yeah. Then all the 92%ers that normally watch.
Hold me up. Jeez.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Spark.
I follow Tony Spark _ tune in to New Heights at 6 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern.
7 p.m. Eastern.
7 p.m.
As if we
Eastern.
get paid for it.
Yes, completely.
Maybe they'll see it one day, okay?
Little bit of
Wow,
catch up
these people
over
are awesome.
here. They're 8 up. They are 8 up, y'all. 8 up. Mandy, thanks so much for the confetti there. Michelle dropping the paper crane. Are we still rocking on paper cranes? Bet's Lou dropping them there too. How close are we?
I'm looking.
Help me, Tom Cruise.
4 more.
4 away. Hey, Elise dropping paper cranes there too. Melissa Elliott, Karen Stansberry with the roses, Mandy with the dolphin. Thanks so much. Maxine, Melissa Elliott, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate the love. Hey, Maxine, Candy Thunder, Katriana, Tina Allen. Heck yeah, you guys friggin' hit it. We'll go ahead and give thanks for that. We'll get our next one set up. Sam Goofball's in the #1 spot again at 6.1K. Hey, yo, thank you so much. Meg's World, the #2 spot at 1.1K. Bets Lou at 891. Will you hit your mic button, please? Then we got M. Henry in the #4 spot. Trisha G, Jess Bates, Tony Spark, Melcy Jane, Celestial Tumblers, Get Jazzy on it. Elise Newman, Pat Panda, Daisy Dessert, Ray Martinez, Heather's New Lungs, NV Desert Rose, Emmy Castro, Candy Thunder, and Aunt Sue. Thank you guys so much for the love. Ann Bracker dropping the 20 bomb today. Said I was late today, but I made it. I really needed a good dose of my Thunder fam to help me make it to the end of the week. Plus the 20 super chat is orange, so it seems appropriate today. Hey, that is perfect. Thank you so much for the love. Also, Michelle Tessie Davis with the floating hearts over there for the 10 jewels. Thank you so much. We're 5 away on the YouTube side right now. TikTok side, you have just unlocked a Petty Revenge story, Caden Thunder appearance, and confetti. And we are halfway on the YouTube side for confetti and AMA. So the next one, YouTube side, is going to unlock confetti and a helmet. We're done unlocking stories. Now we're just to fun, wacky shit. Okay, Petty Revenge. Oh no, I have Spicy and then Petty Revenge, correct? What's up, Y? Username Y says, hello there. Hello there. Hello. Hello. Okay, Spicy story. Then a Petty Revenge story. We're rocking and rolling here. Bit of water before we dive in. Rebecca, has Navy Thunder gotten into the K-pop Demon Hunters yet? No, not yet. She got this Rockstar outfit from TJ Maxx yesterday, I think. And it came with a wig, so it's like iridescent-y purple, and has a purpley pink iridescent wig and a microphone it came with as well. She put it on and said her name was Rockstar Star. That was her name. I really had a blast with it. She looked adorable. She really did. She looked adorable with it, but it was hilarious. And she wore that costume till it was bedtime. There we go.
Barely see it.
Oh, I don't have autofocus on. There you go. Look at her. Good gravy. She's not into boo-boos. No, Angelique, thank goodness she's not into that. Show her Jim and the holograms. She's going to have an eclectic taste. I can tell you that right now. All right. Ooh, hey, rear AC. Will somebody turn that down?
Got it.
Ladies and gents, we have another one of these for you. Here it is. Another spicy story. This one is titled, Am I the Astronaut? I Can't Forgive My Husband for My Labor Experience. All right. We started poll. Okay. We're getting the rear AC turned off. We have to suffocate during the stream because the AC makes too much noise. We're in an old building here with exposed brick and ceilings and ducts and everything are just out in the open. So they just remastered the Jim songs with the original singer, Dustin Cushman. Nice. Bit of water. That's right, Barry. Bit of water. Bit of water. Amy Castro, she's truly gorgeous. Or she's truly outrageous. She really is. She's outrageous and gorgeous. Yes, of course. Of course. Joshua, milk and popcorn. Does popcorn help with spice? Also, for the first time in eons, I got the kids like one of those sampler boxes of the little boxes of cereal, a bunch of different kinds. There was like Cocoa Krispies, Pops. Remember Pops cereal? There was Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, and Frosted Flakes, something else in there. But I had Pops for the first time in like 10 years. And I'm like, oh, it's just basically like popcorn, just coated with some kind of sweet stuff. It's interesting. Gotta have my Pops.
Speaking of not eating sugar, Navy had Cocoa Krispies for the first time.
Yes, and discovered how it turns your milk chocolate.
And then I had a couple bites of hers. And so the next day I had Cocoa Krispies and then she ate some of mine. And then she's like, I'd like to have some of those. And I was like, I know. I know. They're so good.
Yeah, I would.
They're all gone now.
Those are all gone. I opened up the cupboard yesterday and I was actually going to get a box of those. And I'm like, oh shit.
I forgot how good Cocoa Krispies are.
They're really good.
I really want to make Rice Krispies.
I think they're good. It's been 10 years since I've had them.
I'm sorry. Fucking sorry.
It's your birthday week. You don't have to apologize for anything. Okay. How was our poll? Am I the astronaut? I can't forgive my husband for my labor experience. How was the poll? Okay.
I don't have mods.
64.86%.
65% NTA. All right, let's dive in. I, 24 female, have 2 children, 2 female and 9-month male, with my husband, 29 male. Labor was a nightmare with our oldest. She was an emergency C-section due to being breech, and she was born at 36 weeks because they couldn't stop my labor from progressing. To make it worse, I did it all alone. My husband and I were both in the military at the time and were stationed 7 hours away from one another. I don't hold this against my husband because I know there was nothing he could do or there was nothing he could have done to be there on time. He arrived about 5 hours after our daughter was born and I finally wasn't alone anymore. Fast forward 2 years, I was due to have my son, and at 36 weeks on the dot, my water broke while I was at work. My husband complained about having to leave work to take me to the hospital because, are you sure it's really labor? It's probably just Braxton Hicks. Relax. I told him, if you don't want to leave work, that's fine. I'll drive myself to the hospital. But I'll make sure to let them know you aren't welcome in the room until after the baby is here. Dang. There you go, girly. He ended up leaving work and driving me to the hospital, but once we got there, labor was not progressing. I was stuck at 3 centimeters and my contractions were steadily 10 minutes apart. They sent me home and told me to return once they were 5 minutes or less apart. On the way home, my husband again said, are you sure they aren't just Braxton Hicks? Mind you, this was after the nurses confirmed I was in labor. When we got home, my husband decided he was going to go hunting and to let him know if labor gets worse. He left me alone willingly to care for our 2-year-old while I was laboring.
Oh my God.
My contractions got down to 5 minutes apart. I texted to let him know, and all he said was, what do you want me to do about it?
Fuck this guy.
He ended up shooting a deer and had me outside in the cold taking pictures of him with the deer while contracting every 5 minutes. I didn't feel ready to go back to the hospital yet, so I put the 2-year-old to bed and we went to sleep. In the morning, my contractions were still at 5 minutes. You were able to sleep through that? Damn. I took a bath, took a walk, tried eating, and nothing was happening, so I told him we needed to go back to the hospital. By the time we got there, they were before 3 and 4 minutes apart, but all my husband could talk about was the stupid deer and how he was going to get it to the butcher and taxidermist. Once they took me back to the OR, repeat C-section, my husband was really supportive. I have underlying health conditions, and he was very attentive, making sure the anesthesiologist knew about everything going on. Unfortunately, my son came out not breathing. Damn. He had to immediately get transferred to a NICU at a different hospital. It was one of the most painful experiences I've had to go through altogether, and the next day, all I wanted was a milkshake. It sounds silly, I know, but after asking him multiple times, my husband never would drive up the road to get me one. Running out of red flags here, brozo. Our entire family laughs at the situation and thinks it's such a funny story and that I'll laugh about it someday. But after 9 months, I still feel so dismissed, like he doesn't care about me. It feels like he put his hobby over his laboring wife, and it honestly makes me grateful he wasn't there for the birth of our daughter. I feel such resentment over the whole situation, and I don't know how to move past it. My husband tells me it isn't a big deal, and I'm overly sensitive every time I bring it up. And our therapist doesn't think it's broken beyond repair, but I honestly just need some outside perspective. Okay, I had to go back and reread that. Our therapist does not think it's broken beyond repair. Am I the astronaut for not just getting over it and not forgiving him? How do I move forward from here and begin to forgive the past? Edit, just want to add for clarification, I shouldn't say my water broke, I should say it was leaking. I was shocked at how many people called me out for this, LOL. I'm not a doctor or a nurse, and I was a little preoccupied when my OB was explaining it to me. Also, a bunch of you called me out for defending my husband's character, and you're right. I've always tried to see the best in people, and that is what I base my opinion off of. What y'all helped me realize is a man with good character would have already been forgiven. The fact that I'm still hung up on this and he hasn't done enough to make up for it makes me realize he might not be as good of a man as I thought. I'm still trying to reply to all of you, but it's a lot. I never expected this to blow up the way that it has so quickly, and I definitely didn't expect to learn I was underreacting. I genuinely thought y'all would tell me I was being dramatic. Well, that's sad. And for the family finding humor in this situation, I'm not too sure if it's because they find it out of character, or maybe because it's a delivery story that we'll never forget. It's also possible they just feel awkward being told the story and laugh it off. We didn't tell most people about this until after the fact, so maybe they're just thinking, at least it's over now. As for my friends, most of them understand where I'm coming from, but don't have children of their own to relate the situation to. I plan to bring this up in our couples therapy appointment tomorrow, so I'll try to come back and update with his and the therapist's reaction. Thank you all for the support. It warms my heart hearing from so many caring people, and also, it stings knowing people went through similar and worse during labor. But damn. A couple of comment catch-ups here. Mercy dropping the 2 bomb on the YouTube site says no uterus, no opinion. Rachel Green, FTG. And dropping the 5 bomb said, I beg your finest pardon, dude. Get thee a black hole immediately. And Angel dropping the 2. Not me thinking that weapon was improperly aimed. What do you think, Candy Thunder?
I think after 2 days in labor and the fact that he couldn't drive his ass up the road to get her a fucking milkshake after she just had the C-section is the part that just like put me over the point where I was like,
that was what did it? The fucking milkshake?
All of it. But that was just like the nail. That was it. That was done. Like I'm like, he doesn't care. It doesn't affect him. His body's not in pain. He's not having his uterus contracting every 5 minutes.
No, he's inconvenienced at max.
100% inconvenienced. And he doesn't care. He doesn't think anything of it. He's not trying to put himself in his wife's shoes. He's not trying to do anything other than I'm inconvenienced because I was supposed to go hunting. And then, we're sent home. Now I can go hunting. And like having the whole thing and just the whole guy I don't even know what I would say to him because I don't know that I would have even stayed. That this is 9 months after birth. Like I would tell him I'm so pissed off. I am so hurt that in this moment when I needed you, when you weren't there for round 1, you couldn't be bothered to show up for round 2 in any way that inconvenienced you. Like, you weren't there. You didn't show up. And that is what I'm struggling with. It's not the fact that you didn't buy me a milkshake. It's not the fact that you went, it's just the fact that you weren't there. Like, in spirit, in supportiveness, like, you just couldn't be bothered. And I think that's the part that I would struggle with getting over the most, because you want somebody in that moment who's in your corner, who's there for you specifically, and he didn't do it.
Yeah. Well, and look at it this way. Every action he took just reinforced the fact that he's not the man you hoped he was. And it's sad. And look, speaking to him right now, I'm like, dude, that is your wife who is going through something that is easily life-threatening and very complicated and scary as fuck. And that is your child coming out of your wife who is also going through something that is easily life-threatening and scary as fuck. How you are flippant about
That's a
that
good way to say
process is baffling to me. Like how you cannot find enough fucks to give about that, but can find enough fucks to give about hunting and figuring out how you're going to get the deer to the taxidermist and the butcher. Like, first of all, wifey, I think you need to tell hubby to ask the taxidermist if there's a 2-for-1 special right now, because I got an idea. But then, OP, let me talk to you for a second here, because yes, he has proven to you over and over and over and over and over again that he is this man and you should believe him. Now, you were just kind of realizing all these things because you've allowed so much before. You've been underreacting before, right? But now you know. And now, the complicated thing is that now if you just end it, it's going to be a shock to him, because you've never held any opposition to this before. You have never had a boundary for this before. There has never been a consequence for his actions. It's just been allowed. You were out in the cold taking picture of him and the deer.
I was going to ask why.
Why? Because you've allowed it. So I'm not saying like, I get it. You didn't understand it. You were kind of like, you were harboring that angst and that annoyance about all of this, but never communicated this real boundary to him. And maybe because you didn't understand it and you thought that you were just being dramatic until you came here and were validated, right? Well, now you know. Now the question is, are you ready to end it because he's proven to you over and over and over again that he is the man who he is right now and he's probably not going to change? Or is now the time to start communicating some boundaries and seeing if he is willing to change? He should have been the right man all along. He should have behaved like somebody who gives a shit as a husband, as a father all along, but hasn't. So is now the time to start communicating boundaries and trying to fix this to help him become the man he should be? Or are you done? And should you believe him when he's shown you who he is time and time again? I don't know what the right answer is to that. I'm just saying that's the fork on the road. And those are the questions. Those are the options in front of you. I can't tell you which one's right, what feels right, and what's the right path to go down. But that's where you're at. Do you have any thoughts in response to that?
No, I think everything you said is valid. If I was in this spot, I would communicate that. Like, I feel alone in a marriage where I should feel supported.
Yeah.
Like, I want to support you. She was supporting him. She was in labor and still supporting him. And I need you to show up for me, and I am going to show up for you, and we're going to do this together, or we can go our separate ways. But at the end of the day, what the fuck is the point if you do not have a partnership? What is the point if you don't have someone in your corner when you need them in your corner? And what's the point of being in a relationship where all you feel is invalidated and let down and disappointed?
Yeah.
Because that's not worth it. It's not, you can do this by yourself if this is how he's going to do it. Because what is he bringing to the table besides distress, disappointment, and you not feeling anything from this? Like,
and you have no reason to expect any different from
I
him.
would communicate first. I would communicate this to him and say, this is where I'm at. And I would do it in your couples therapy and with a neutral party. Hopefully you have a neutral party, and communicate that in couples therapy and say, this is where I'm at. How do we move forward from this? What do you think we should do? Because this is where you've left me, and see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would try to communicate, because I mean, I said this in another podcast, but I would give them the option to step up. And if they don't take that option where you guys become a partnership, then
That's a choice they've made.
yeah, the choice has been made for you.
That's
like,
an
you know
active
what
choice.
to do.
And yes, I mean, you could hit the nuke button right now, and he's already made his choices time and time
Absolutely.
again, and you're
Absolutely.
valid with that. You have every right to do that. I don't want you to feel like that's your only option. And yeah, he hasn't earned that. He hasn't earned that at all.
Absolutely,
He hasn't
100%.
earned any of this. And Angel, to your comment here, not your job to be his moral compass. The bar for this one is so low, I wouldn't bother trying to raise it. You're probably right. And she may be fed up enough for that to be the case. But I do know, I'm trying to put myself in like a conversation with my therapist right now, and talk about things that people do that might annoy me, and it very much becomes a conversation about boundaries. And has that ever been communicated? Oh no. Oh, okay. Well, start there. And at this point, maybe it's too late. But if nothing else, OP has learned how to handle this situation if it comes up ever again, even if that's with someone else, and hopefully we'll learn how to institute and reinforce boundaries. I think that's the big thing here. And yeah, she's been gaslit. She's been just completely deprioritized.
I see all the comments about leave him, but at this point, she hasn't stood up for herself. She hasn't said, if this, then this, like, and put a boundary in place. So if anything, even if it's not going to work out, at least she's ripped the Band-Aid off and communicated and given herself that strength and confidence to move forward in a relationship where she will be seen and she will have the ability to communicate with a future partner. So if anything, give it a shot and see what happens, because you're going to have to communicate moving forward in whatever relationship she finds herself in.
If this relationship is done, at minimum, you will have learned how to create boundaries yourself.
No, Katie,
right?
it's a boundary. She's setting a boundary. That was the point.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Okay, let me get some catch up done over here. What was the title of this one, too, by the way? This was, Am I the Astronaut? I Can't Forgive My Husband for My Labor Experience. Hell no. Absolutely not the astronaut. And it sucks that you had to go through that. Now you know. Now you know how bad it actually was, right? And now you get choice. Now you get to control your own destiny, and that's the beautiful part. Now you're enlightened enough to be able to make informed decisions, and that's super fucking cool. A little bit of catch up here before we get Caden Thunder up here. He's trying to weasel out the door. We ain't gonna let him. God's blessed Wonder Woman dropping the 2 said shape up or ship out, soldier. That's essentially what it's gonna come down to. And no matter which way it goes, hopefully he improves as a man and as a father, because his kids are going to need him to be a better father, a more invested and more empathetic human being for them. Michelle Sandiford dropping the 5 said, sounds like he needs a huge reality check on his life and his commitment to his wife and family. Straight a black hole brozo. Leave this douche canoe. Annan Bracker dropping the 5 with confetti time. Y'all have hit another goal on the YouTube side for confetti and AMA. Contributors to that goal. Shoot me some AMAs. Shoot me some questions. Whatever you like. We'll see where it goes here. And in the meantime, we're going to get somebody up here for you, ladies and gents. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I do.
What?
What's up?
Are you the star of Thunder Island?
Ay.
Yeah, teaser.
Yeah. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Man, they just left me up here. Who knows what could happen? It's dangerous to leave me up here alone. I don't know what I'm gonna say, it just happens.
Everybody like the Caden Thunder teaser?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen Weapons yet. I want to go see it. I heard it was funnier than people expected, though, so that's
Sorry,
interesting.
there's confetti on the back of the mic. I'm just now saying. Did you guys enjoy Caden's acting performance in today's teaser? It was damn good. He's a great actor.
Perfection, right? My acting was phenomenal. Give me a Grammy and an Oscar. It was it was so good that I get a Grammy.
You're gonna win the
For-
EGOT just for that.
Right, and a Nobel Peace Prize. That one too. Right. How dare I disrespect sourdough? You know what? I don't like. I actually sourdough tastes good, but like making it is horrifying. What it's alive and it's moving and it's like how does that happen? Why why? Who is the first person to make sourdough? And why did they just started throwing stuff in there and it just started moving? Candy Dusty, do we have the channel subscriber rules on today? We seem to have more trolls than normal today. Hey, trolls. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Hometown.
Emmy. Yeah, everything. All the awards. What was I even just talking about? Sourdough. What the fuck? What? Like, it's, I just don't understand why we started putting stuff in a jar and it started moving and we decided to eat it.
It's also very fickle.
Yeah. It's very fickle. Fickle, Tony Sparks says.
I just see videos of people like with failed sourdough.
But yeah. But like I like eating it after it's not, like alive and moving, but like, why are we doing that? And also, man, I'm about to eat some Thai food, so I'm thinking about that.
Thai.
And yeah, Thai food. Some Pad Woon Sin. Yogurt. How do they make yogurt? Is yogurt alive?
Yeah, live cultures.
What? Yogurt's got a culture? Apparently yogurt has a culture.
Good.
The first time I had peach yogurt, I experienced culture shock.
When you see sourdough, it looks very weird when it like moves.
Yeah, sourdough. It looks like venom or like evil ointment, Man, kombucha. I've had kombucha. I didn't like it. I feel like I could sip it once or twice, but then I might not drink the whole thing, Yeah, and then we looked at chicken's eggs and we were like, let me eat that. Yeah. You seen that dude on TikTok who just smells the egg and then eats it whole, like not cooked or anything? He just smells it and then he eats it. And he's got to smell it like a few times and then he eats it. Y'all seen the egg guy? This is getting off track. Yeah, he smells the egg and then he just pops it in his mouth whole. Pause. Yeah, the egg dude. Y'all seen the egg dude? Yeah, shell too. Yeah, look it up. You can find it on TikTok. It's like he eats a whole egg, shell and everything, and he'll do it at the airport. I think he was on Love Island, Australia. Yeah. And he does it with lemons and stuff too. Yeah, like an egg. Yeah. I think his name's Tommy or something. He was on Love Island, Australia. He eats whole eggs in public. Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah. No, razor cut, not a hickey, unfortunately. Not unfortunately. Man, the things that I say. Different For You page, Caden. You don't get the whole egg guy? You guys don't have the whole egg guy on your For You page? Man.
You didn't see me coming?
No, I was locked in on the chat, and the dude that
It
eats
was you that said,
whole eggs.
my bad.
What just happened?
I knew I should have stayed home
I
today.
didn't hide. I just walked straight up. And
You,
touched him like this.
Teleported.
Boy, you flinched.
Yeah.
You flinched in a concerning way.
I've got to go get some Thai food now.
You gotta. Hey,
Or was it Gaston?
you're a little jumpy. Is home life going okay right now?
Rule number 1.
Gaston means older.
Gaston.
I was in Beauty and the Beast.
Eats them in Beauty and the
Hey,
Beast.
Angel, great question. Drop the $5 super on the YouTube side. Who was the first person who decided to eat crabs? What about that? Says eat me.
Yeah, what about anything says eat meat? That's true.
Somebody that was really
Yeah.
hungry.
What were people doing?
I bet humans saw a bird eating a crab because there are some birds that will catch them and tear them apart and eat them, and they're like, what the fuck? Give it a shot.
I don't think birds exist, but I gotta go.
Caden and Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the bird conversation is a whole new
Figured out which
thing.
mushrooms were poisonous.
Oh, there you go. Who figured out which mushrooms were safe to eat and which ones were poisonous? Yeah. Ann and Bracker, dropping an AMA. How much of each $5 super chat do you actually see? I think the YouTube side is either like a 60-40 or 70-30 split. They are much more supportive of creators than many other platforms. I will say that. But yeah, it's over 50%. I know that much. So yes, greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much. It was a bet. What was a bet? What was a bet? Sahasrala, you've seen the egg guy. It's disturbing. I missed the egg guy thing. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah. Okay, petty revenge story, and then we're gonna wrap it up here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me jump back to the right thing here. Petty revenge story. Oh, this is a follower submitted petty revenge story. OP, if you happen to be in chat and you want to claim your story, you know what to do. Try to sabotage my promotion. Better pay your taxes. No poll required. So I, 28 female, live with this girl, Kara, 26 female. We met through mutual friends a couple of years ago, and she seemed like the type of roommate you'd actually want. Funny, a little dramatic, always down for wine and trashy TV nights. But somewhere along the way, her quirks turned into full-on crazy person sabotage. What the hell is going on up there?
We asked them. We told them the only time that would interrupt our business would be
Yes, Wednesday afternoons was the one time we asked for construction not to happen upstairs, and now
That's when they showed up.
cool. Yeah. Okay. I'll send a message when we're done here. Like she once accidentally spilled coffee on my laptop the night before a big presentation. She forgot to pass along an urgent client call when I was in the shower. I work from home. She doesn't. She would wear my clothes without asking and then lose them in her car for weeks. Annoying, extremely, but not enough for me to blow up over. That all changed a few months ago. I'd been quietly working toward a promotion at my accounting firm for over a year, and my boss emailed me on a Thursday to reschedule our one-on-one to Friday because they wanted to discuss the team lead opportunity. I didn't tell Kara. But Friday morning, she was hovering in the kitchen asking way too many questions about my schedule. When I came home from the meeting where my boss basically told me I was the front runner, she was in my room, on my laptop, on the phone. She claimed she was just checking on an Amazon order, but because my laptop was closer. Weird, but I didn't say anything right then. Monday, I walked into work, and guess who had mysteriously pitched my exact ideas to management? One of my coworkers, Stacy, fake name, who just happened to be one of Kara's old college friends. That's when it clicked. She had snooped through my emails and handed over my work. Damn. Boop. Yeah, Kara is a dirty bitch. Now, I'm not a blow up and fight type. I'm a wait quietly and ruin your life type. And lucky for me, Kara had a little secret she'd drunkenly joked about on several occasions. She hadn't filed taxes in over 2 years because she works mostly cash jobs and thought she could fly under the radar. So I started printing out very official-looking notices of outstanding tax liability using a template I found online. Totally fake, but realistic enough that you'd do a double take. I included fake case numbers, fake amounts owed, and very indulgent and very urgent language. Words are hard. And very urgent language about pending wage garnishment and possible lien against personal property. I made a few of them look like they came from different departments just for extra chaos. I'm sure this is not legal, but funny. Over the next couple of weeks, I'd slip into our stack of mail every few days, mixed in with the pizza coupons and credit card offers. I'd leave them half sticking out of the pile so she'd find them first. By the end of the week, too, she was unraveling. She started hiding her tip money in random places around the apartment so they can't freeze my account. She called her mom in tears about maybe going to jail. She even canceled a weekend trip because she didn't want to be out of state if something happened. Thankfully, my boss realized I was the original source of the ideas Stacy had tried to turn in because I brought receipts. So that was cleared up now, and Stacy looks like a raisin brain. But the final straw came one night when she came into the apartment looking pale, waving a letter at me saying she had checked her credit report and nothing was there. But she was still scared something was coming. I told her, well, maybe you should call the number on the notice before they, show up here or at your work. I guess she finally called because 2 days later she packed up and moved in with her cousin. No goodbye, no explanation, just gone when I got home from work. What was the phone number on there? About a month later, she texted me saying she was still getting weird mail and random calls. I told her maybe she should, file her taxes. Crazy idea, right, Kara? And as for that promotion, I got it. Petty? Absolutely. Worth it? Every second. Love you, Dusty and crew. Fantastic, OP. OP, are you here? Are you OP here? Are you here, OP?
That's
Was this the plot of Working Girl? I don't know. I've never seen it, but
this was great.
This was good, and maybe not 100% legal, but
worth it.
But worth it. Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Fantastic.
I love I love when people get the petty revenge and it's justified, and it just makes it so sweet.
Yeah.
Makes me happy.
Yeah, petty revenge, justification, like feeling, feeling completely just.
Also, anytime you get a letter from the IRS, like even if it's just to tell me that I had connected my account, I open it and I'm like,
It's like immediate, like,
Just seeing
Yeah.
the logo makes you shit yourself instantly.
Yeah,
like
like-
it's.
I got a letter. I'm sorry, the banging
Yeah.
going on upstairs
This
is
is
going to
great.
really interfere with my 6 p.m. deadline.
This is really cool.
Like I can't concentrate. The one thing that could derail me today is fucking repetitive noise, and here it is. Yeah. So I got one to tell me that I had linked my accounts, and I was like, oh my God, what is it? What does it say? No, they were like, if this wasn't you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, huh. Yeah.
Anytime I see the logo in the mail, that's my first reaction. Inside, I won't, cry outside.
Right.
But walking to the house, I'm like, come on now, man.
It's just
At
something.
least from the two, Mickey D's Diet Coke secured to prep for 6 p.m. Hey, there you go. There you go. And Tony Spark has a report here.
Yeah.
There's a fourth lock. It has shown up. All right, we'll go ahead and shut it down
Go
right
the
there.
Gumpies.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to set up for VIP. I don't know how much of it will actually get done with what sounds like demolition work going on upstairs. I'm going to get a message sent off about that. But we will have a VIP. I don't know how long that will last with the episode of New Heights featuring T Swift coming out at 6 p.m. our time in Central Time. So we will see you momentarily. Give us about 10-15 minutes to set up over there. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for all the love and all the support every time. Do not forget, next week on the 20th is the 3-year channelversary. We have some really cool shit to show you. I'm so excited for it. It's going to be a hell of a good time. The next public live before the 3-year channelversary will actually be Candy Thunder's birthday stream this coming Sunday at 9 p.m. Central. So it's going to be a great week. We got Candy Thunder's birthday stream and then the 3-year channelversary. It's going to be a hell of a good time. VIPs, we'll see you in about 10 to 15 minutes. See y'all next time. Thank you. Hold up. Angel, just saw yours here, dropping the 5 on the YouTube side. Would you consider sharing your Venmo or making one for the channel for those wanting to support without platform fees? Hell yeah. I'll get Venmo added to Linktree for you. Thank you so much for that recommendation. Greatly appreciated. All right, see you guys next time.